Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all the ladies and gentlemen who are watching the Teachers Symposium 2020 online today. Today, we're going to have a look at reading using the Oxford Dictionary. And we're not just going to look at reading, we're going to be looking at all the skills that the Oxford Dictionaries help enhance. So let's begin by talking about the session objectives. We're going to be looking at the introduction to dictionary skills, the basic dictionary skills. We're going to be looking at the importance of dictionaries in learning a language. And the third one is the role of Oxford Dictionaries in enhancing language skills. So stay tuned, and I hope we will all learn something new today. Let us begin with an activity. Do you all know what an anagram is? An anagram is a word or a phrase consisting of letters which can be rearranged to form another word or phrase. For example, listen. The anagram there is silent. Interesting, isn't it? You have to be silent to be able to listen. Okay. So, can you all see the words on the screen? Are you all ready with your chat boxes? Fine, let us begin. The first one has been done for you. Waddle about and drag your feet. The word is dawdle. Notice all the letters are the same, except that they're rearranged. Okay, now it's your turn. I hope you're all ready with your chat boxes. Twist about, skate for meat to eat. Excellent, that was pretty quick. Steak, yes. Mix up races to give someone a fright. Oops, that was a scare. Yes, great. Make stone into messages you write. Notes. Amazing, you're all getting very fast at it. Lovely. Wipe away tears, then give me a look. Stare. Turn votes into something on which to cook. Yes, that's exactly right. Stove. Untie loop to find a place to dive in. Pool. The present weather in Karachi is very cold. I doubt any of us would want to take a dive in the pool in Karachi here. Knead bread into hair that grows on a chin. Yeah, that's beard. Even before I said it, you were ready with the answers. That's great. Stir a plate into a story to tell. Tail. Shuffle, leap into the sound of a bell. Peel. Spin, reaps into a weapon to throw. And yup, that's absolutely correct. Spear. Juggle times to strike with a heavy blow. Now that one's tricky. Smite, excellent, lovely. Incidentally, this is a page that the Oxford Dictionary bears. Let us look at what is inside the Oxford Dictionary, Advanced Learners Dictionary. That was quite an exciting tour of the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary, and that's just one of them. There's lots of them for you to see. Okay, who recognizes this gentleman? Absolutely on point. Yes, that's William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare is a very famous man when we talk about in terms of English. The English language was rapidly growing in his times. He is often credited with having introduced a lot of English words, and there was a time when it was called Shakespeare English. Even then, Shakespeare created 1,700 words in all his life. 1,700 words, that's a lot. But when we look at today, you will be amazed that the English language crossed the 1 millionth word threshold on June 10th, 2009 at 10:22 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time. The 1 millionth and first word was financial tsunami. And you'd be quite amazed, but when the word that was declared the 1 millionth word was Web 2.0, and when that was declared the 1 millionth word, the words that were running besides to win that position were J-Ho and Slumdog. But then, well, Web 2.0 or 2.0 made it to the 1 millionth word. And then, I don't know where where J-Ho and Slumdog got lost at that time, but the 1 millionth and first word was financial tsunami. And at the current rate, English generates about 14.7 words a day, or one every 98 minutes. Isn't that a lot of words? Today, when we look at the dictionary, there are 273,000 headwords. We will look at what headwords are. 171,476 words that are used currently. 47,156 words have become obsolete. Isn't that interesting? And 9,500 sub-entries. Incidentally, on the 15th of April 2020, the Oxford Dictionary included the word COVID-19, and this is the definition to the English dictionary. The number of words in the English language today are approximately 1,057,379.6. At the rate that they're growing, this is the average number that the encyclopedia states that there are. And a lexicographer, Susie Dent, says that an average human being, an average native speaker, has about 40 to 42,000 words in his vocabulary, words that he owns. But then, out of those 42,000 words that he recognizes, there are only half of which he speaks. And yet, which means when we talk about half, it means that we're looking at about 20,000 words. And then there is no specific number given, but then they say that the written vocabulary is even smaller, right? So this is how people use vocabulary. You're only able to recognize vocabulary when you've seen it in enough places, when you've understood the meaning. So it is extremely important to have a dictionary. A lot of people in my times when we went to school, I think the only dictionary that I had was the one that my parents bought for me when I was at an age where I could read a dictionary, understand how to look up a dictionary. And I think I had it with me all the way until I did my O levels and A levels, which means I belong to times that are not current, right? But now in today's times, I have a lot of dictionaries that I look up all the time because I find them so interesting. Let's look at the functions of the dictionary. When we talk about functions of dictionary, what do you think that the functions of a dictionary are? Yes, I'd like you to type in your chat boxes to look up meaning, pronunciation. Yes, there's a lot of look up meaning. Yes, well, you'll be surprised at the functions of the dictionary in current times. Let's now go on to look at the functions of the dictionary. And here they are. The first one is guide words. Guide words are those words that appear at the top of the page that tell you the words that you're going to be, that the first word on that page, right? So when you're flipping the pages of a dictionary, you can tell by looking at the guide word which letter you are on and what are the words that are going to be listed on, what words to expect listed on that page. Then we have entry words. Entry words are those words that are written in bold and then defined further later on in that piece, right? We then look at usage. The dictionary also tells you how to use the word. Interesting, isn't that? Synonyms. Yes, people who like to write, people who do lots and lots of presentations, people who speak a lot use lots and lots of synonyms. So the dictionary provides that to you as well. Then we have parts of speech, whether it is a verb, whether it is a noun, whatever part of speech it might be. And then we look at pronunciation. Yes, pronunciations are extremely important because the language, I believe, loses its essence if we mispronounce words. Syllabication, and this is talking about the number of syllables in a word. For example, the word cat. How many syllables did you hear? Yes, absolutely, just one. Sentence. How many did you hear? Advertisement. Great, lovely, amazing. Okay, let's look at the word, let's look at the next one. Meaning. Yes, in my times, dictionaries were only used to look up meanings and maybe parts of speech, but then that was certainly it. So yes, then comes the meaning. And then the etymology, which means what is the root of the word? Because we all know that English is not a pure language. It has been adapted from lots and lots of other languages. Then we come to variants. By variants, we mean how many different ways can you use the word. Now, let's look at the various dictionaries that Oxford has to offer today. Yes, these are all dictionaries that children at primary level use. So that's a lot of them, aren't they, compared to the one that I used all through my school and A levels? Okay. When we talked about in our objectives that the dictionary will help develop all our skills. So when we talk about all our skills, let us look at what skills we're talking about. Yes, it will help develop listening. It will help develop speaking Reading and writing, just to form a just to establish a connection. Listening and reading are receptive skills, because when you listen and when you read, you're receiving information. Speaking and writing are productive skills, because when you speak and when you write, you're producing language for someone else. Listening and speaking are connected. They're oral skills, and reading and writing are written skills. So let us go and see how the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary helps develop all four skills. Dictionaries help with spellings. The top words the children need help to spell. Let's look at the words. The list. This list helps students from grade 1 to 5 in writing, because once they learn the spellings of these words, a lot of people argue that students learn spellings phonetically. But mind you, all words cannot be deciphered phonetically, so we need to learn them anyway, and so they need to be identified. The list initially contained 850 words, but then, as we talked about how fast language is progressing and growing, today the list has grown to be known as 3,000 words, containing spelling words germane to class activities. I know that's an unusual word, but because we're talking about dictionary skills, I specially brought the word germane. What do you think the word germane means? Yes, that are pertaining to class activities. I could have simply said pertaining, but then this sounds sophisticated, doesn't it? That's why we need our synonyms. Let's look at these two words. Confusing. Very, very confusing. Aren't they the same? Or if they're different, I certainly don't know. Let's look at something interesting. Do you recognize what this bird? This bird is called a raven. So if you want to remember the difference between affect and effect, here you go. Remember, affect is a verb, effect is a noun. Isn't that beautiful? You're never going to forget this. Raven. And let's use the words in sentences. The cold weather affected the crops. Can you see the word affected? It's a verb. The effect of the cold weather was lower yield. So it's talking about the same thing, pretty much synonymous, yet one is using a verb and one is using a noun. Interesting, wasn't that? Okay, let's carry on. When we talk about synonyms, what are synonyms? Synonyms are words that are the same or nearly the same. Come on, everybody. Tell me synonyms for nice, nice, or good. Yes, fabulous, gorgeous, excellent, lovely, amazing, fantastic, good. Oh, we were not supposed to say good. Anyways, thank you very much. Yes, so synonyms are those words that make our presentation or our speech or our writing interesting. For example, if we needed to say, I'm pleased, we would be able to say, I'm glad. I'm miserable. I'm sad. I'm inquisitive. I'm curious. Yes, and so on and so forth. By the way, this is also an entry in the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary. So if you look at the tagline at the bottom of the page of the Oxford Children's Dictionary, it says, investigate, discover, and imagine. Isn't that what children love to do? So yes, the dictionary offers them fun looking at a dictionary. But in my times, I'll tell you, a dictionary was something that I was very scared of. I didn't want to go and look at it because it was a mass of black and white pages with tiny, tiny writing that I certainly didn't want to look at. So, but the dictionary today, if you look at the Learner's Dictionary or the Oxford Children's Dictionary, it's so beautiful, so colorful. That is why we've picked these pages up straight from the dictionary. They may seem unclear to you on the slide, but excuse us. The reason we brought them here is so that you know that they exist just as they appear on the screen in the dictionary. They look beautiful, don't they? They don't look scary at all. More wonder awaits you when you visit the website www.oxforddictionaries.com/schools, and here you find free downloadable games, puzzles, activities. Isn't that exciting? And much, much more. For example, here's another activity. Find the word. I am in catch, but not in match. I'm there in scatter, but not in clatter. I like to nap upon your lap. Can you take a guess what that might be? Yes, that's cat. Did you see? There is cat in catch. It isn't there in match. It's there. The cat is there in scatter. It isn't there in clatter. And yes, it likes to take a nap upon your lap. Isn't that interesting? This is also another entry from the dictionary. Text speak. I say, I say, I say. In the early years and in primary school, our aim as teachers is to develop students' oral language. So let's look at something very interesting here. What did old Mother Hubbard say when she saw the cupboard was bare? OICURMT. Oh, I see, you were empty. Isn't that amazing? I'd love to go back to my childhood and use this dictionary. I wish I could. The Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary builds your vocabulary. It is easy to use. It's more than just a dictionary, as we're discovering. Your complete learning package. And yes, we will look at that too. Take your English skills to the next level with I. Can someone guess what the I is all about? Yes, it's all about the internet. So the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary has an I writer which helps improve your writing in English with the Oxford I writer. Study model texts and practice your own writing through guided activities. When we talk about guided activities, you can actually write a piece of your writing, and the I writer is able to identify where you're faltering, and so you can improve. And then we have the I speaker. Improve your pronunciation and speaking skills. Watch sounds, conversations, and exams speaking videos. Study useful language and record yourself. Ah, isn't that exciting? When I have to record things today, I actually have butterfingers and I'm really worried about how to do it. Children to children, recording on a mobile phone, making a video out of themselves is something that's so in them because they're digital natives, and we unfortunately are digital immigrants. Let us look at the Oxford Advanced Learners Dictionary app.
Think. I thought I heard a scream. Think. Think.
The Oxford Learners Dictionary of Academic English. When you look at the Oxford Learners Dictionary of Academic English, it gives you words by topics and it helps you do your academic writing as well. When we talk about writing, let us look at the 7 writing tips from Roald Dahl. Do we all know who Roald Dahl is? Can you name some of his famous books? Yes, he's an author. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. We all remember that one. Okay, very good. He says that there are 7 writing tips, and they are: you should be able to make a scene come alive in the reader's mind. You must have stamina. You must be a perfectionist. You must have strong self-discipline. It helps a lot if you have a keen sense of humor. You must have a degree of humility. What amazing advice that is. Yes, and that you would only be able to do that if you learn how to improve your writing with the Oxford Academic iWriter. And let us see what it is all about.
Introducing the Oxford Academic iWriter, an interactive tutor which guides and supports you with planning, writing and reviewing your academic written work. Academic iWriter helps you develop an academic writing style that is clear, precise, and appropriate. You can look at models and key features of 24 different types of writing, including essays, case studies, and all the parts of a dissertation, from the abstract through to the conclusion, with texts from disciplines in the social, physical, and life sciences and the humanities. You can see a model of the type of writing you have chosen and take a step-by-step tour of the model to see how it was written. You can see useful words and phrases highlighted in the model. If there is a word that you don't understand, you can double-click on it to see the entry in the Oxford Learner's Dictionary of Academic English. Academic iWriter helps you with planning, choosing vocabulary, writing, and checking your written assignments. Choose from 24 different frameworks and select the type of writing you want to do. You'll see the structure of the assignment type you've chosen shown in red, and spaces for you to type in the content of your assignment. There are useful checklists of things you should consider whilst you are planning, writing, and reviewing your work. And there is lots of advice on grammar and language and structuring your work. When you have finished, you can use this checklist to help you make sure that you haven't forgotten anything. You can save your work at any point and come back to it to continue writing and reviewing your piece of writing. And you can export your work into Word for printing and handing in. None of the structure is exported, so your teacher will only see the essay that you have written. Academic iWriter, the interactive tutor which guides and supports you with planning, writing, and reviewing your academic written work. Available with Oxford Learner's Dictionary of Academic English.
Wow, isn't that amazing? The Oxford Writing Tutor, like the video showed, yes, there are 24 things, types of writing that the Oxford Writing Tutor can help you with. And here's a list of all the entries. The writing purpose, formal writing, answering a question, comparison essays, an essay of argument, writing a dissertation, on oral presentations, summarizing, reporting data, report writing, book or movie review, cartoon strips, formal letters, emails, and CV and resumes. So which means the Oxford Writing Tutor walks you right from the writing process, the start of the entire process, all the way to the time when you develop your CV or your resume and you're ready to go into the world. So this is quite amazing. And just like we saw in the video, it's given in every specific detail, and even in the book itself, the Oxford Advanced Learner's Dictionary. And then, like the video stated, there is a CD that accompanies it as well. So to conclude this session on dictionaries, it would be very apt to say words, so innocent and powerless are they, as they are, as standing in a dictionary. How potent for good and evil they become in the hands of one who knows how to combine them. Thank you very much.